Hello my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and to a brand new fragrance video. In this video I'm going to talk about some fragrances that might fool you with their openings. And what do I mean by that? Well, some fragrances might have a very sparkling, bright and invigorating opening, but when the fragrance itself dries down later on, it becomes something totally different and maybe off-putting in some cases. And some other fragrances might not have that specific invigorating and sexy opening, but when the fragrance itself dries down later on, maybe then it's when the fragrance really shines, so to speak, on your skin. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's start the video. So the first fragrance I want to talk to you guys about today is Tom Ford's Beau de Jour, and this is a old school barbershop type of smelling fragrance with a blast of mint in the opening and also some oak moss. But this one, I think that a lot of people can get turned off about this fragrance when they first smell it, because they think, oh, it's such boring, like smells so old, smells like an old man and stuff like that when they smell this the first time, and then they just put it on back on the shelf and they never think about it ever again. So with this fragrance, I would feel like this starts to shine after maybe 1 to 2 hours on your skin. It develops to something more cozy, something more round in the edges. It doesn't get that annoying, old school, old manish type of smell anymore. I don't think so, at least. So I think this one you should have in your collection, like a little sample, at least for a week, I think, and try it on in different type of situations and let it dry on your skin and feel how it develops, and you might like it or not. I don't know, but I think this is a fragrance that you just can't just spray and like in an instant like. So you have to wear this a couple of times before you make your decision. So don't get fooled by the opening of Beau de Jour. Another fragrance that might fool you with the opening is this one, and this is called Le Beau from Jean Paul Gaultier. When you first spray this fragrance on your skin or a tester strip, it just smells pretty heavy on the coconut and also on the tonka bean. But actually when this dries down, I think this becomes even more fresh, more like a tart bergamot type of smell. So don't think that this is just a boring, heavy tonka bean and coconut fragrance, because I think this actually gets fresher the more you wear it, the more hours it has been on your skin. So I think you should also give this a try, and this, still to this day, is a very underrated compliment getter. Girls really love this. It's not so talked about in the fragrance community, so if you want something a little bit different than the others review or talk about, maybe you should try this if you like bergamot, if you like the little bit tart bergamot, but also have some sweet nuances with the tonka bean and also the sexy, little bit like holiday vibe coconut. Another fragrance that I really love that the opening might trick you is Valentino Uomo. This is a rediscovered fragrance, for me at least, that I really love at the moment. One of my favorite fragrances at the moment, actually. This is a super classy Italian lifestyle type of smelling fragrance, really masculine, but also a little bit of rounder edges. What I mean by this fragrance that it can fool you in the opening or trick you in the opening is that I get this original Dior Homme DNA when I first spray this with the heavy iris blast in this one. But I don't really like iris that much. I don't really like the lipsticky iris. So first time I smelled it, I thought like, it's just like the lipsticky Dior Homme iris, you know, that I don't really love that much. So when this has been on my skin for a while, something started to happen. That heavy iris that I really like in the original Dior started to evaporate, and this becomes a little bit more smooth or even more masculine. You know, the feminine lipsticky vibes just evaporated, and this becomes something better, I feel. Something even better than the original Dior Homme. It becomes a little bit more like a dark chocolatey type of vibe to this one. And that's what I like about this. The development of this fragrance is amazing. It is very classy, it is masculine. It is one of, I think this would be the best date fragrance that I've ever been wearing I will wear the shit out of this fragrance in the winter time this year 100%. So that's another one that I would really recommend you to try and have a bit on your skin before you make a decision. And don't buy and don't look for the original Dior Homme formulation and buy that for a ridiculous amount of money when you can buy this that is even better, I feel. Great performance. The sillage is good, it's a skin, little bit closer skin scent, and you don't want to take more sprays than like 3 or 4 maximum on this one. So really heavy sissy spraying on this one, guys, but it develops so nice. You get a whiff of it now and then when you have it on your clothes and on your neck. So this is a really good deal. And also, if you like the original Dior Homme and you don't have this and you don't have the original Dior Homme in your collection, buy this now, for the prices is starting to skyrocket on this fragrance, guys. Another fragrance is of course 1 Million that I don't have here. That the original 1 Million, I think that's a played out fragrance. No one wants to wear that much anymore. And the problem with that fragrance is that it opens up with a really nice top note. It is very sexy. It's a little bit sweet, but it's not so sweet that it gets annoyed. But it gets so sweet in the dry down on your skin. It gets super sweet. It gets super annoying, I feel, on my skin. Almost cloyily, like a candy. I don't know, I can't really describe it, but that is a fragrance that might fool you in the opening, and I know it's a top seller because when I and also other people smell this one in the store and they don't know that this dries down to a sweet mess, they love it in the store, they buy it, and then they might get disappointed when they have it on their skin when they're going out, going on a date, and so on and so forth. So think about that before you buy 1 Million. Another fragrance is this one. It's a niche fragrance from M. Micallef, and this is called Desire Toxic. This is a super developing type of fragrance, guys, and it might fool you with the top note as well, because when you spray this on your skin, you get a blast of bergamot and also some oak moss that you feel the first 20 minutes. But then this one becomes really similar to La Nuit de l'Homme in the heavy cardamom, spicy type of vibe. So this is not at all like the opening, and I've heard from the creator of this that this develops different on different skin types. So just because it develops like this on me doesn't mean that it develops like that on you. So if you can get a sample of this, if you have a friend or something like that, try to sample this first and try it on your skin, because it doesn't smell just like the opening. So that's another great, a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but I thought I'd just mention it for you guys who are really into niche fragrances and haven't tried this. Love the company and Micallef as well. That's why I promote this fragrance, and yeah, they're worth it actually. Great people. So check this one out if you haven't already. The next fragrance is from Lacoste, and I don't have it in my collection anymore because the fragrance top note tricked me on this fragrance. It was very nice top note, and this is Lacoste Pour Louis French Panache. Not the specifically hyped fragrance in the community. I haven't heard anyone talk about it besides me, and I have recommended it before when I just bought it because yeah, I'm thinking yeah, nice top note and a nice opening. I really like it, but it's a very sweet fragrance as well. It has some grapefruit opening with some mandarin, I feel, and some lavender. And the lavender mixed with the mandarin in this fragrance becomes just too sweet for my liking. And it's not classy at all. It's basically just a sport fragrance that you can pull off. You might pull it off when you're playing tennis or doing some type of activity in the open air outside, but I wouldn't wear this to any other occasion. So that is a fragrance that becomes much more sweeter when it dries down on your skin. Lacoste Pour Louis French Panache. I think that was it, these fragrances I had on my little list here. So if you know some other fragrances, guys, that can trick you with the top notes, we don't want that. We want to try them before we buy them. We don't want to get fooled into something that the fragrance is not, of course. So write in the comment section if you have some fragrances that you know that can trick you in the top note, and let me know which fragrances that is. It's always good to get more knowledge about these type of developing scents. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. See you the next time. Bye.